Stranger Belisco here, coming at you from the Nerd Castle living room where my books are. Yeah, you know those things, those printed things. Things like this. Meditations of the Masters. This is a little book that I just picked up to serve as a kind of a demonstration of a book that I don't think will ever lend itself very well to video format. I had made a remark that I thought videos might very well supplant books for educational purposes, and in many ways I think that is going to happen. Books may become supplemental, like references, but videos will be used to teach very specific technical things in particular, and I think that's why I'm doing so many technical videos. But here's a book, Meditations of the Masters, and these are just very, very short sayings. Let's see who published this. It's edited by Ellen Kai Hua. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. This book is the third in a trilogy of inspirational thoughts, revelations, and aphorisms from contemporary and ancient mystics and sages. Thor Publishing Company, Ventura, California. I don't know exactly what the copyright date is on this. 1977 by Laura Diori. Well, it's an older book, but they're just very, very short little snippets, little sayings. You know, you read it, it takes you 30 seconds or a minute, then you can think about it for as long as you want. You can put the book down. Now, that said, maybe it'll work all right on a Kindle Fire or a Nook tablet. Those kind of e-readers are actually, I like those, because you can read them in the dark. You know, you don't need a light. If your significant other is bothered by your reading, you can read these things in the total darkness, and there are other reasons too. You know, you can bookmark things, and the only problem is they need to be recharged. If the battery's out, you're out of luck. This thing never has to be recharged. Honor both spirit and form, the sentiment within and the symbol without. I don't know what the heck that means. Long must you struggle in the water before you learn to swim. Similarly, many a struggle must you pass through before you can hope to swim on the ocean of divine bliss. I got a ways to go before I get to the ocean of divine bliss. But I'm not really. I think I'm getting there, you know. All you gotta do is kind of drift downriver and you'll get to the ocean eventually anyway, right? But thoughts like that, you know, and you just at this time of night especially, there's a very good chance I'm going to get snowed in, so I'll have plenty of time to read stuff like this. I was visiting the Stargazer Ranch out in Meeteetse, Wyoming, a place to stay, kind of just like a vacation, you know, and it was in the middle of the winter and was really, really uncrowded, solitary place, good place to do a lot of reading because there was no internet, very little telephone access. I was finishing a book, so I'm glad my little computer was working. I could charge the battery, but didn't have any internet access in it. Nothing like that to pollute my mind with, but they had a whole bunch of books. It was a really cowboy theme type of place, and they had a bunch of little cowboy sayings. I think one of them was something like, never ask a man the size of his spread. Okay, don't you ever ask me the size of my spread. Like the Long Wave Ranch near Cody, Wyoming that I just acquired. Don't you ever dare ask me the size of my spread. I'll tell you if I feel like it. And there was a lot of other stuff too. A lot of really cool cowboy sayings. And they're just, you know, little human happiness comes from perfect harmony with others. Gee, you know, if you don't have any harmony with others, you can't be happy. That much I'll tell you right now. If you're addicted to turmoil and stuff like that, you're not going to be a happy person. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. Well, I'm working on it. Plainness, well, bumpkinness, yeah. Embrace simplicity, well, I could do better. Yeah. But this is a book that I don't think will ever make a very good video sequence out of it. It just won't. That's just not the format it's meant to be in. You know what I'm saying? And there are some formats like this that just won't ever lend themselves to videos. Now, and to a Kindle Fire either sometimes. I mean, you can write on the paper in here. You can write, you can scrawl on it. You can't very well do that on a Kindle Fire. At least it... Yeah, I mean, I suppose you could. But it would be kind of goofy, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to write... Okay, so that's the thought for tonight. That print is not doomed. I repeat, print is not doomed. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Till next time. So long!